Hey everybody, it's me, Jessica Berg, and some of you know, or you're about to find out, my love of Jane Austen. I am a self-admitted Jane Austen fangirl, and I have loved her since I was a teenager and read Pride and Prejudice for the very first time. It was truly a life-altering experience, and I devoured all of her books. Today, I thought it would be interesting to see what other people think of Jane Austen's writing. And so, my husband, because he's awesome and very supportive of me, selected bad reviews of Jane Austen's novels. I have not seen them, I have not read them. He actually opened up the tabs on my computer, so there's no cheating. You are going to see the reactions. I'm assuming they're going to be visceral, and you might hear some very creative mother approved swear words, but we don't know. We don't know because I haven't seen these yet. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and I have my Jane Austen tea mug. So I'm going to drink tea and we're going to judge all the people out there that don't know what they're talking about. So I can't wait. So here we go. I'm nervous. Is anyone else nervous? I'm actually really nervous. All right, here we go. Bad reviews of good books. Okay. This is by far my favorite. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Where is it? Oh, I'm sure it will make me seem like an uneducated boob. Yeah. Yeah, it does, actually. See, do you guys see this? This was the last novel by Austen before she passed on. I'd die too if this was the last book that I've ever written. Simply awful. Okay, I didn't think it would get worse. It has. Okay, now we're getting personal. Now we're getting personal. Just a second. I need something to invigorate my spirits. We're going to move on from persuasion and we are going to go to books. Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice 2. Oh my gosh. Do you see this? Oh, person that wrote this. We don't have time for an English lesson, but old old English is like 600 years before Jane Austen even lived, so she actually wrote in modern English. But I wouldn't expect someone that wrote this review about Jane Austen to know that. It was tragically difficult for me to understand. Oh, your tragedy is just so tragic. It keeps getting better and better. Oh my. If you love a book with a love triangle and can understand Old English, then this book is for you. I'm sorry, what love triangle are you talking about? Oh, good gosh, I'm just moving along. Skip the book, watch the movie? Okay, which movie? Which movie? Because if we're talking about the one with Keira Knightley, meh. If we're talking about the one with Colin Firth, it's essentially like you're reading the book and it's really good and you get to see Colin Firth in a wet t-shirt, so... Who in the ever loving living world wrote that? Okay, moving on from that. Wow, that's odd. That's not odd. That's horrible. That's bad. Whoever wrote that, I don't care if you're woman, man. I just got done reading Lord of the Rings, so orc, Urukai, that's what you are to me. Belong in Mordor. That's where you belong. Good grief. All right, next one. I see here. I mean, I know she lived in a different time where women didn't have much ambition or goal other than scouting for a husband, but what really bothers me. What? Again, this is the society doing it to them. They didn't have a choice. On to another site. This one might have greener pastures, but I'm thinking it's because it's going to be fertilized with review dung. Ooh. But let's just wait and see because I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's one from Ralph Waldo Emerson, okay, the great transcendentalist. And I can see maybe where he, as a transcendentalist American male with issues about society to begin with, would write this. But then he goes really naughty and really just mean, and I don't like him. He says, never was life so pinched and so narrow, suicide is more respectable. What is with these people? What is with these people? I don't understand these people. Let's see what Mark Twain has to say. Ooh, okay, it was the great American man of letters, Mark Twain, who had the meanest thing to say about poor dead Jane Austen in her books. Oh boy. I often want to criticize Jane Austen, but her books madden me so that I can't conceal my frenzy from the reader, and therefore I have to stop every time I begin. Every time I read Pride and Prejudice, I want to dig her up and beat her over the skull with her own shin bone. I have no word. I have no words. I have no words. And you know what, Mr. Twain? I'm going to talk directly to you. Mr. Twain, I love your writing. I love your writing. But I don't think I like your writing anymore. And even if I didn't like your writing, I would never say that about you because that's just rude. It's just rude. Rude people. All right, so that was awful. I can't believe people actually think that about Jane Austen. And I'm the kind of person, there are books that I don't like either, but I would never outwardly say those types of things about people. And as a writer myself, reading something like that like I want to dig her up and bash her skull in with her own shin bone? Oh, Mr. Twain, shove it where the sun don't shine. Ugh. No matter what anyone says, this woman right here, she wrote about the world she knew. She wrote about relationships and people and society, and she saw the way that the society of the Regency period was pigeonholing women into these little potholes of society. Like, you can only get married, and if you don't get married, then you can either be the aunt that, takes turns in different houses, or you can live with your parents and be a burden to them. There was no other choice. She couldn't be a teacher. She couldn't be a doctor. She couldn't be an astronaut. I know they didn't have astronauts back then, but you know what I'm trying to say. There's a reason that all the upper class ladies, all the rich ladies, are awful characters. Jane Austen is making fun of them. So to those of you who have tried Jane Austen when you were younger and you didn't like her, I recommend, no, I challenge you to give her another try, to give her another turn about the room, because it's so refreshing. Reading Jane Austen doesn't just open up a fictional world where you can lose yourself in the characters. It opens up a historical time where women didn't have the rights that we do now. Women didn't have the respect that we do now. And it was women like Jane Austen who paved that way. Through her gentle satire, she was poking fun at all the ridiculous rules of Regency England. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed doing it. It was fun, even though it was heartbreaking to read the reviews of a woman that I respect both as an author and for what she's done for modern women. Put what you thought in the comments. I really like doing this, and so if there's a book you want me to read bad reviews of, or if you come across a bad review of one of Jane Austen's books and you want to send it to me to get my reaction, please do. If you like the video, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and share it. That would be great. You would have my everlasting devotion. And get it right this time. Jane Austen's, because she likes this video too. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Bye.